Hello everyone, it's time for another serving of hot chips.
Woo! Today
On the menu, Amy.
is Nintendo. It's Nintendo time.
Because we've just been at E3 and we got to play probably about an hour's worth of Zelda.
We did. So probably worth mentioning just before we dive into that the only game Nintendo showed was indeed Zelda.
So we're going to be talking about everything that Nintendo had on show at E3.
Yeah, because a lot of people kind of thought that they were just kind of like, because they kept saying, we've only got Zelda, we're only showing Zelda, it's going to be the only playable game, etc. And I know a lot of people who are kind of like, that just can't be true. They must be going to have something else somewhere on display, whatever, but they can't just be Zelda.
Yeah.
There was literally just Zelda.
I feel like people also thought this about the press conference. Like,
Yeah.
they came out and they were like, we're not doing a press conference this year. We're going to do a live stage demo, we're going to get hands-on with Zelda and show you lots of that. And then they came out, actually they came out and they showed Pokemon for about an hour.
Oh.
And people were really like weirded out by that.
Oh yeah, right, sorry, yes, I did, yes.
And I think a lot of people went into that thinking they were going to do a full press conference, but it was just an hour's worth of Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
And then like 3 hours worth of Zelda, and people were really confused. Even though if you had been paying attention, that is what they said they were going to do.
People just didn't believe it, and they kind of were like, surely they can't. But anyway, we digress. The booth, Nintendo's booth,
Yes.
was freaking amazing. Like, the inside of it was set up like a Zelda landscape, and they had a bunch of statues, and they had a whole lot of PCs, obviously, well, 3 Nintendo console, Wii U PCs.
Yeah.
Running.
Demos. Call them demos.
Running the game. Probably like, I don't know, do you reckon like 50? How many were in there?
Yeah,
There was
probably
lots.
about 50.
There was lots going at once.
The line to get in went around the display the whole way around. It was probably about a 5-hour line to play it.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough that we didn't have to wait in the line.
Because kind of what happens at E3 is that people will queue to play the games, but if you're press or if you've got, you know, any kind of media credentials or are important in any way, you can just skip right to the front of the line. And so the people that are waiting in line don't like have to wait for a really long time, longer than even it would appear that the line would take. And they were cutting that line off sort of like 2 hours into the day. Yeah. Because the people at the back wouldn't make it to the front.
But if you did get there, you got a free t-shirt, so there is a silver lining to that cloud.
Totally.
So let's talk about the game itself.
Yeah.
Now the game is called Link the Total Dick, something like that.
Yes, Link the Total Dick.
Link the arsehole.
Link murders helpless animals.
Yeah, this is like my
Breath of the Wild is what it's actually called.
What did you think of it? Well, this is good. I'm calling it Link the Arsehole because from the demos that we played, you get dropped into Hyrule or whatever, into the landscape, and you're the only like white dude with a sword rocking around, and everyone else is these like these kind of hog-like beasts with spears. Do they have a name?
I think it's probably worth not judging this demo too harshly for story
because there's no context.
Yeah, there was literally no context to the story element that we played, which wasn't even really a story. Like, I mean, you encountered a man and he gave you kind of a quest. It wasn't really, but you kind of just wandered down a hill and practiced picking things up,
but
practiced
really,
shooting different weapons.
You're just raiding these poor villages of these guys and killing them and stealing their stuff and putting out their fires, and they're just trying to live a nice life. They're not fighting each other. They're only carrying weapons really to defend themselves against you.
But again, there is no context here.
What's the context?
Well, so in the gameplay demo part that we played, you wake up. You're in like a sleeping pod or something. Like you've been asleep for I don't know, it would seem like a long time.
100 years.
Let's say 100 years. And you wake up and you find, I can't remember what the thing's called now, like a tablet, something tablet.
Yeah, it looks like a Wii U gamepad.
It looks like a gamepad, yeah, probably on purpose. And you are taking that to a different place to put it into a thing, and then getting another one and carrying on your journey.
And you have to do your training in all 4 elements to fully become the avatar.
Yeah. The Legend of Zelda is now the Legend of Korra.
That's the wrong avatar. It's the last airbender, is when he wakes up after 100 years in this ice cube.
Oh, but same story, like same people. Basically. Anyway. Anyway, I really liked the game. So like Jordan said, you did have there's a little temperature gauge as part of the UI in game. Well, you have to go through different temperatures. You did say that, didn't you?
No.
Oh, I thought that's what we were talking about.
Nice.
Anyway, you have to go through different temperatures. And so you have to craft clothing that will keep you warm or not be too hot or protect you from the elements that you are in at that time, which I think is a really cool addition.
Yeah, it seems like they've made a lot of really, I don't want to say innovative, but at least new, like, mechanics within the game.
Yeah, it's totally different to any other Zelda game ever.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it so exciting.
And I think the scope of what you can do is why, because this game's been it's won a lot of the Game of Show awards. I think it won IGN's.
I think it won just about everyone's Game of the Show.
Yeah, which was surprising to me because on the surface it looks so simple. But I think the more you play it, the more you uncover just the scope of the game.
Right.
Because we didn't even get a chance to, ride any of the animals.
Yeah, there was no Epona now.
Or I think you can surf as well. Like you can,
really?
like, surf down hills on like a board or something.
Wow.
And you can like do all these random stuff that you can't.
But you can cook too. Like we got to cook.
Yeah.
So let's not dwell on the things we didn't get to do. The cooking was very, very cool, and so different items that you collect let you make different recipes, which give you more health or different levels of health in different ways.
So this is how you level up in the game, is that right?
Correct.
So you actually increase your statistics by creating...
You make things to boost your...
Like your stamina or your health.
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with the food. The food is for health.
Oh, but you, like, same kind of cooking or crafting?
Yeah, it's like a big pot that you put things in and you light it on fire or shake it or whatever.
So I guess there'll be special items you can pick up and cook, which would increase your...
I imagine so, and give you like a temporary boost maybe, because the food is...
No, I think it's a permanent thing. I think that's how you level up in game.
Not from items that you wear, but from food.
That you cook.
And then eat.
Yeah, but I imagine those are items you find that you then cook, then you eat.
And that gives you stat boosts?
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. But maybe. That would be weird, because eating is a temporary thing.
But like if you eat like lots of protein, you get stronger. I don't know.
You'd have to keep eating it. I don't know. I imagined that it was like clothing and things and relics that make you have stat boosts. But anyway, who knows? We didn't get to play that much of it, to be honest. Got to kill some stuff and take their things, and this game looks massive.
Yeah.
So big. Like
the map is massive.
The map, we played this teeny tiny part of it, and when you zoomed out you could see the size of the full map, and it was like 50 times the size of the small tiny bit that we played, which was seemingly massive. So the scariest part for me, I guess, about this game is thinking about the literal hundreds of hours that I'm going to play it for.
Do you think it's going to have much story direction, or is it going to be kind of an open world type?
I think it will have a story direction.
Yeah. Because
it's a Zelda game. Like, I can't imagine it not.
I feel like it needs it, otherwise you're just kind of wandering the fields aimlessly.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like a Skyrim, like, although it kind of has that vibe to it, I don't think it's going to be like a just explore the landscape and do whatever you like.
What do you think of the way it looked?
So it looks really interesting, and I actually asked a question to the developer, or to the presenter that we were speaking to at the time, because the characters are like this kind of stylized brush stroke, almost like painterly art, and then the scenery, or the in-game land world is really high def, like beautiful next gen renders. And so those two kind of clash together. So like on the outside of the Nintendo booth, they had the Zelda characters painted in their painterly strokey style, and they looked really awesome. Like, I love it. But juxtaposed with that weird kind of slick video game world, it's kind of strange. Like, I kind of wanted them to just pick one of those and go for it, rather than
sit them on top
try and marry them together. And so there's every chance that they won't be like that.
I think they will
forever. It could just be unfinished, maybe. And I mean, I don't know, it just visually they didn't sit together. It wasn't that either of them was bad, both of them looked great. It just was strange the way they fit together. Yeah. But again, not a finished game.
And still quite a while away, so don't be holding your breath.
When is the release date for this one?
Like next, it doesn't have a release date. It's like late next year.
Right, so
a long way to go for that, so don't get too excited.
Probably worth mentioning too that the demo didn't actually incorporate the gamepad at all.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
Yes, so if you're holding out for Wii U 2.0 being NX and using the gamepad, this would not indicate that.
It did not, but then again, it's not finished.
Who knows?
Who knows?
And it's coming to both platforms.
Yes, indeed.
Alright.
Cool.
Well, tell us what you thought of Zelda.
Was it your game of E3?
Did you think it was weird that he was just attacking all the dudes?
Like Jordan?
Yeah, it was real weird. Like, what's he up to? What's he doing?
Are you going to be playing this game? Let us know what you thought. If you watched the Nintendo press conference, what did you think? And we will see you next time for another serving.